What is going on, guys? It's your boy Raider Knight, and similar to that last video I made about 2 Hollis, I want to make a video about Bladee and Cold Visions. Now, Cold Visions came out a couple months ago. Bro, Cold Visions came out on like a random Tuesday a couple months ago, and it started with the Paranoia music video, which was really cool. Probably the best music video from this entire album. I like the False music video, and I also like Lucky Luke, which was a cool music video, but definitely Paranoia was probably the best out of all the music videos so far. Cold Visions has 30 songs on it for Blade's 30th birthday, which was the month prior to it dropping, and it really has like one of the craziest like album arts probably in his whole discography. Well, I don't know about his craziest album art, but it is a very interesting one. Because I remember I was kind of like taken aback by it. I was like, what the heck is this album art? But I mean, it is like super well detailed, well drawn, and it's got really cool like graffiti aspects to it and everything else. So, and it kind of fits the vibe of the whole project because we see Bladee in like this distressed state or whatever. Or at least he's drawn in a distressed state or whatever on the cover. And I feel like it kind of fits like the whole depressed vibe of Cold Visions. Cold Visions, a lot of people predict this is Blade's last album. I personally don't think it is. I feel like Blade's got quite a bit left to drop. It could be like we could be nearing the end, but I don't think this is necessarily his last album. I feel like Cold Visions is really just more or less like a celebration of like his entire career. He talks about all the different, projects and just how he's like evolved or whatever from, how he used to be or whatever. This album kind of talks about, he doesn't really know where he's going from here. There's a lot of uncertainty in the lyrics, and we really see like a more vulnerable side of Bladee compared to previous projects. I'd say at least since Ever Since. Ever Since was probably his last major vulnerable type album. I think my favorite songs on Cold Visions are probably Lucky Luke, Working on Dying Drainer, or Wad Drainer, however you pronounce it. And I think Young Sherman is probably up there too. I like False. I like every song on here. I think at first DOA wasn't hitting for me, but even that song I like now. And there's really no miss on this whole project for me. Some people might have some misses, but like, I don't really think there's a single song on here that I would call a miss. Songs like Message to Myself, I really like. They're kind of slower. Only God is Made Perfect, End of the Road. A lot of good tracks on this. I'd say Cold Visions is probably my favorite Bladee album since The Fool. The Fool was like a legendary album for me because it came at like a time where it really resonated with me. And I feel like Cold Visions is kind of the same way because I've been feeling the same way as Cold Visions for quite a while too. So Cold Visions came at a really good time where it kind of resonates with like how I'm feeling or whatever. I know a lot of people are still waiting for the Cold Visions merch to drop. It'll be cool when it does drop. I'll probably snag a shirt. If there's a vinyl, I'll definitely grab the vinyl. It'd probably be like a two disc vinyl, so it'd probably be a premium cost, but it'd be pretty cool to see this in vinyl. Or even if it was on CD, that'd be okay too. You can fit a lot more content onto a CD, so it might be on CD. Because a 2-disc vinyl would be pretty expensive, and they'd probably be worried they wouldn't sell them all, so they might not do vinyl for Cold Visions. I don't know, because they might be worried like a 2-disc vinyl wouldn't sell all the product or whatever, and then they'd be stuck with a lot of product, and they definitely don't want that because that'd be pretty expensive. So they might do the CD route, or they might not drop physicals at all. I'm not sure. Bladee dropped another song with one of his friends the other day called Death Forever. I think Death Forever is kind of like, not, I wouldn't say like it's his best song ever or whatever, but when it came out, I have a problem like whenever he drops, like I'll listen to it like 40-50 times or whatever. I've probably already listened to that song like 40-50 times And I do like the song. I don't think it's like his best song of the year or whatever, but it's still a cool track. I like the vibe on it. It's kind of like Cold Visions, but the production's a little bit different. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same, but like I'd say how he formats like the lyrics and how he sings it or whatever is kind of similar. But the song is really cool. Definitely check that out. I feel like it'll kind of be a slept on song. I don't feel like a lot of people are going to check it out, but I like the song. The Drainers are still waiting for Echo to drop. Echo will probably drop later this year. I think I made a joke on the Discord server that Echo would drop in October or whatever. He might drop around that time. I think he'll probably drop November, December. That's kind of been my guess. He could drop in October, and I did make the joke and it did predict it, so it could happen in October, but I don't know, man. Tyboy also says he has an album on the way. Tyboy, I'm kind of interested to see what direction he goes in next, because we all in 2022 we all waited for Back to Life to drop, and then some people didn't really like it. I personally think it was a really good album, but some people didn't really seem to care for it too much. But there's a lot of cool songs on it. Even the songs that are a little bit slower I kind of like. I think there's only like maybe one miss on the whole project, which is that track called Fate. I don't think that one was the best, but everything else on Back to Life I seem to like. So and then obviously I did a review on Psychos, and Psychos came out earlier this year. And then hopefully we get another Lean project soon. I feel like I've really been waiting for like Lean to drop another solo project, because it's been quite a while since we had Stars drop. And then Stardust was technically just a mixtape, but it's basically an album, but he called it a mixtape. So it's been a while since we've really had our last proper solo Lean album. But I'm excited for that. I'm kind of interested to see what direction Lean goes in, whether he goes kind of more back to his old ways in terms of how he made music, or if he goes like a new direction or whatever he does. It'll probably be like, I feel like he'll go back to like the Warlord type sound, because that seems to be what a lot of people resonate with or whatever. But whether he goes like a new route, or he goes Stars, or he goes back to like his old sound like Stranger or Warlord, that'll be yet to be seen. It'll be cool to see what he does though. I feel like Tyboy might self-produce his own project under DJ Billy Bull or whatever. He might like self-produce his whole his whole album, which that would be pretty cool if Tyboy produced his whole album. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But I'm definitely looking forward to Tyboy's project, and definitely looking forward. I feel like Echo is definitely next, but whether Tyboy, Lean, or Echo, or whoever drops next, definitely excited for that. And that's kind of all I got to say for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you all for the next one. Peace.